Oh my gosh, I've been fighting this guy for ages.
All right, so if I recall correctly, we ended last session with you guys following Aisha Foxglove into the stairwell here. Okay, I'm not sure if in fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't show you what she looks like. So,
No, you did.
This is, if you'd seen the picture in the house, that's what she did used to look like. This is what she looks like now.
I think I like the second one better. It's very gothic.
All right. Let me go back to. Okay. So yes, she. Y'all went through the room, through the workshop, where I believe Musashi had, visions of, this guy completing his experiment. Saw him, trying to turn himself into a lich, and you were tempted to run away, to flee from the house, and grab your children and take them with you, but you quickly snapped out of that and realized you ain't got no kids. You ain't got no kids. You're just a big lonely dwarf.
That's kind of rude.
You don't even own any property.
So y'all continued on,
Trust.
and followed her path over to this stairwell, and you come into this room, and as you walk in and you look into this big hole dug into the ground in the shape of a spiral staircase, you see piles of broken stone and dirt and a few ruined pickaxes that line the edge of this room. The floor in the middle has been torn up to reveal an ancient set of stone spiral stairs, obviously much older construction than the surrounding basement, winding deep into the bedrock below. A foul stench like that of rotten meat wafts up on a cold breeze from the darkness. You guys start to descend down these stairs, and they look really deep. They look about 80 feet from the floor that y'all came in on all the way down to the landing. You get about 20 feet down, and I need everybody to make a perception check.
All right, let's see.
24 for Nars.
16 for Musashi.
Oh my gosh, this guy thought I was stopping. Give me a second.
And Cthulhu, you might as well go ahead and keep your sheet up after you make your perception check. Perfect. As y'all get about 20 feet down, you notice that the stench of rotten flesh seems to grow much, much stronger until almost overwhelming. You hear maybe a slight noise, as if almost like a scraping of feet. And then, Cthulhu, I need you to make a will save.
Damn it, Cthulhu.
Guidance.
Where are we at on the map? Like,
Do I even
we're
have
supposed to
that?
be around this pool over here?
Too late for guidance. You can't do it retroactively.
Oh, I was just joking.
As you're walking down the stairs, I imagine you're probably right in the middle of the group. And you hear this scrape of a noise, and your senses are overwhelmed with this smell of rotten flesh, and you start seeing, as you look down the stairwell, climbing up the middle of the stairwell, as like disjointed spiders, is just an army of ghouls coming up, climbing straight towards you. As they get to where you are, they reach through the stairs and around the railing, and they start to pull at you and rip at your clothing and bite and tear at your flesh. You start to scream as they rip deep gashes into your fur and tear your pants to shreds. And guys, all you see, you look over and Cthulhu is just flipping out. He is slapping at his pants and screaming as just almost as if from nowhere, deep red gashes just appear all over him. And he begins to shake and lift up as if he were being controlled by a large mob of creatures. And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Everybody?
Okay.
No, just Cthulhu.
Cthulhu,
Can someone do it for me?
what is happening?
Yeah, I can pull your sheet up, man.
What you seeing? You bugging out, man?
You said fort, Jeremy.
Fort.
I pressed it.
There it goes.
13.
You scream and cry. Oh God, you're so lucky. God, you're so lucky.
Yeah, you got a lot
you
of ones in there.
scream and cry as they begin to tear more and more flesh from your body and deal 11 damage. And you're already infected, so it means it has to tick again. You take an additional 2 points of con damage and 1 point of dex damage.
God damn it. Is this something I
Jeez.
can use lesser restoration on or not?
Yeah,
Okay.
You said 2 points of con.
2
And
points
1
of
point
con and 1 point of dex. I believe it's on your character. Your con is not tracking right. For some freaking reason. Or maybe it's your dex.
It's
But yeah, you should.
yeah, it's automatically going back to 0.
Yeah.
I got
So
it.
we'll
I'll fix it.
keep that. Yeah, we'll keep that. And just remember, temporarily, you have, you not only just lost 11 hit points, you lost 5 max hit points for now. So you're actually down 16 total hit points. Because of the 1 point of con loss.
Can I react now?
Yes, you may react.
Okay.
The Cthulhu kind of drops to the staircase, in a bit of a heap.
Yeah, Cordova's going to catch his head. And I'm going to use lesser restoration on him. I'm sure he's not feeling very well. So, lesser restoration says dispels any magical effect reducing one of his ability scores, or cures 1d4 of temporary ability damage to one of your ability scores. It also eliminates any fatigue suffered by the character. So if he's got any fatigue, that's a thing. And if he's exhausted, it improves it.
Okay.
It does not restore permanent ability drain. So I would like to cast that for
Absolutely.
a
I would love it if you cast it.
1d4. I'm sure you would. Bam. It's gonna be
Right
a
when you
fucking
cast
one.
that.
So it's a goddamn one.
No, I'm just kidding. 3,
Okay.
perfect.
3.
So I think that
What do you
resets
wanna
your
use it
con
on?
back to its normal.
So you want to use it on con? Okay.
I would imagine. Y'all don't want to use it on con, but it's
Do
up to
you need it again? I've got 3 more of these to cast. But then I'm out of level 2 spells for the day.
No, we should probably save them for if this bullshit happens to
Ours-
anybody else.
Yeah, we're all
Nars?
pretty hurt with different things.
Nars could use one.
Nars. I'm going to cast it on Nars.
Yeah, right
That
now
should
I'm
remove your
down.
fatigue effect.
I know
Nars.
I'm down -2
Damn,
con.
another 3.
So that takes
Yeah.
away fatigue, right?
Yeah, it will
It
cure
takes away
fatigue and restore 3 points.
Okay. And that's going to put my... I'm going to use it on my strength. So that puts my strength back up.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Now, what else
Perfect.
are we suffering from before we walk off?
I'm
I got
down 2
Dex.
con. That's it.
Yeah,
I got
he's down
Dex
2 con.
Do you need the 2 con?
It translates to 5 hit points.
I think I'll be okay.
Okay, I'm only asking because I can only cast 2 more spells from the 2nd level tier today.
I'd almost say hold it in case worse happens later.
Fair.
All right.
Because everything that we've seen going into this place has been just terrible debuff statuses and all
How's-
kinds of stuff.
How's everyone's health?
I'm at 49 out of 57, so I'm pretty good.
Anybody else?
47 out of 55 with my con damage.
I have 3 potions of cure moderate. If somebody wants one,
I'll take one. I don't have. Yeah, I don't think I have any.
I'm gonna give you that if you want to go ahead and drink it.
I'm not going to drink it. I'm going to hold it.
Okay. I'm gonna give you both one. So let me go ahead and do the math on your sheets real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cure. I'll just put a cure mod wound times 1. And then Musashi. Cure moderate wound times 1. Okay, so you both have one on your sheet. Anything else that we need to address before we continue down these stairs?
I'm gonna have.
I want to roll
I'm gonna
66
drink
one more
my
time
own
and see how.
potion.
Jesus.
'Cause I'm 25 out of 46.
Oh man, you're low. I can hit you with the cure wand a few times if you want.
I'm just gonna see how many potions I have.
You are
No
at.
reason to.
You have 6 good berries if you want to eat those, and you have a cure light
Yeah,
wound.
yeah. I'm gonna eat those good berries.
Okay,
I
I'll take
would
them off
go
of
ahead
here.
and eat all 6 of them because
Yeah.
they're probably going to expire.
Eat 6, add 6, and the only other thing you've got is a cure light wound on you.
Okay, so 31 out of 56. I'll be okay.
You sure?
You got your sheet up, Cthulhu?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to close you out then.
yeah, I think we should just, probably gonna get worse before it gets any better. I feel a maniacal presence in the force.
I'm afraid it gets worse too quickly for you at your health level. But if you want to hold off, that's your prerogative.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, so we continue following Aisha.
Yeah. You get down, to the landing. The stairs end in this limestone cavern. The walls drip with moisture, and swaths of black and dark blue mold grow in the spiraling, tangled pattern on the floor, ceilings, and walls. The rubble and broken bones clutter the floor, and a rhythmic sound, like the breathing of some immense creature, echoes through the caves from 3 tunnels, one to the north and 2 to the west. Of the 2 western tunnels, the southernmost seems to be of a fairly recent construction. Aisha came through here recently, and it was just seconds ago. So, I imagine y'all are, if you're not close enough to see her, then you're close enough that y'all can tell she walked straight this way. Straight through, pretty much to where your characters are now. Y'all can
Yeah, I
see
think at this point we've all pretty much realized where we're headed.
Yeah. She
We're walking to meet our fate here.
She gets down to this door, and she goes to grab it, and it's locked, and she lets out another one of those ear-piercing, baleful screams, and tries to throw herself against it before she sees you again, Cordova, and turns and looks at you,
For the key,
like with just this cold, dead stare.
I hand the key over.
She puts the key in the lock and steps through. You have to give me a second to get to this room.
Dude, I can't wait to see her whip somebody's ass.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be
what?
mine.
Right. The air in this damp cavern reeks of a horrific stench. A foul combination of decay, brine, and mold. This cave contains a rickety table, its damp surface cluttered with all manner of what appears to be garbage and knickknacks. Empty potion bottles, discarded arrows, bits of clothing, and crumpled paper. Laying prominently in the middle of the collection is a roughly 1 inch by 1 inch chunk of slightly seared black furry flesh. Cthulhu, you should recognize that as part of your ear. Yeah.
Hold on. When did he lose a part of his ear?
A while back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah. A painting leans against the far side of the table, facing a large wooden chair that sits nearby. This chair's high back and cushion, I'll show you, and cushion are horribly stained by smears of rotten meat, its arms sticky with blood. A smaller table sits against the southern wall, its face heaped with plates and platters of rotten, maggot-infested meat. The horrific stench of this room seems to be the strongest to the west, where the cave's wall has been overtaken by some growth of dark green mold dripping with fungi. At the center of the black tumescent fungus grows in horny ridges and tumor-like bulbs, forming what could almost be taken to be a humanoid outline. What appears to have once been an exquisite puzzle box, the size of a man's fist, lay smashed in the ground amongst the fungoid-shaped feet. And as y'all look at, observe all this, you see a very weathered, bloody, half-decomposed man with thinning hair sitting in this chair. If you look at him close enough, you could almost think he's Aldern Foxglove. Aisha enters the room and strolls straight up to him. His eyes get wide in fear, and he drops to his knees. Yes, please, my dear, please. I am terribly sorry. You must understand that all I have done from love. I loved you so deeply that I feared losing you. She reaches out and, almost in a moment of tenderness, caresses his cheek. And then in one fluid motion reaches back and slaps him with her open hand, leaving deep gashes across the side of his face. Let's roll for initiative.
I think he's about to die.
I didn't want to kill Aldern, but he did kill her, and Cordova's not one to stand between justice here.
Narth got a 20.
I got a 7.
13.
It's gonna take me a second to enter everything into Poopy initiative. Go with so he got a 21. Catul, you got a what?
16. Nicole got a 16.
Okay. Cordova?
13.
Okay. Isha got that. Okay. Musashi?
Wait, I had a 7.
7. Ooh, that's a bad one.
Yep.
And Narst?
20.
20. Nice. Okay, so she reaches out and she slaps him, and in like I said, in one fluid motion she leaves deep gashes across his face, and deals me. So she actually. There we go. She rapidly swings with both hands and deals 21 damage to him.
Damn.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
So, we trying to save him? Or we trying to just murder her? Even
wanna
though she's a ghost.
I want to talk to him, but I'm not interested in murdering her. Are you up first?
I'm not.
No. Now we are at the top of the initiative. Round 1. She got a surprise round off, and she's the only one that really did. I figure y'all would have been taken aback a little bit as well. You see him, his demeanor change, very much. He goes from sniveling and crying on his knees to the tears just stop, and his eyes cloud over with a black haze.
Gotta let
And
your
he
voice.
stands up. He stands up, towering over her with long, lanky limbs. And he says to her, he says, "Oh, dearie, you should not have woken me." And he goes and he sidesteps to her. He's gonna do a 5-foot step so that I don't get any flack for this. Sidesteps and swings at her with a sword that flashes out from behind his back. 24 to hit. He hits. He deals 8 damage. So, all right, and that will move on to Nars. You are next.
Okay. Did we follow her into the room, or we are where we are?
You are where you are. I'm gonna rule that. Yeah. I'll say here. I'll give you the benefit of y'all can put yourselves in combat order starting at this corner. I'll give you that benefit. Yeah.
I'd imagine
So,
we'd be in our standard combat order if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
It would have Musashi here, then me, and then Cthulhu usually in the back for the range. Unless Cthulhu wanted to move up front. I know he's doing fighter now. But he did the lower
He's a
HP,
bit
so we're...
shaken. Yeah, he's a bit shaken right now. Flavor Jeremy, don't get anything funny over there.
Oh, I know it's just flavor. Don't worry. I might flavor murder a cat in a little bit.
I really think that it's going to happen, so.
So Nars is going to move into... Is this, what is this? Right here.
That is a table that you would be standing on. You would need to, roll to get up on it.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Okay. Nars will roll acrobatics. That's a 9.
Here, actually, let me do...
Check your chart in front of you.
Check. I've got it right here. That is a 9 is not successful. No.
Okay.
You would have needed a 12. You would have
So you
needed
tried
a 12.
to jump, and it didn't work.
Yeah, so you went to jump, and you did that thing where you just, your foot kind of landed on the edge of it, but it slipped off, and you banged your shin on the table as you came down with the other foot.
So am I right?
You
So
should
I'm
have
right
flipped
here.
the table out of the way.
I'm going to say you're right here, because you did, or right here, depending on where you made your movement.
It doesn't matter. Just put me wherever.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's up to you.
Actually, we're gonna
You
go in
jump.
this corner.
Okay.
And then I guess, can I ready in action?
Absolutely. If he gets into range, you're going to smack the heck out of him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up, Cthulhu.
Okay. I'm going to... Just gonna go right. Oh, come on. Just gonna move right here. Try to make sure he doesn't try to get out of this area. And just let you know that I have my bow drawn. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Ready in action to shoot him?
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't want to play your character, but don't miss an opportunity to kill a guy.
So,
He's just be like, oh, there he is.
He's just gonna go in the back, so I'll probably have to move again anyway.
Probably.
But Daddy's gonna try to escape. He's gonna try to mess us all up, and then Jeremy's gonna retrospectively kill me. So it's okay.
It is Aisha's turn. She claw. Yeah, hit and hit. Let's grab, and she is going to gives her a free chance to grab. Jesus Christ! 31 to grab.
Nice.
So she deals 30 damage and grabs him by the throat. And as a special attack, she begins to squeeze and deals an additional 13 damage.
She's amazing.
Damn.
So she deals 43 damage.
I'm so glad I gave her the key.
She's gonna turn on us, and we're all done
If she
for.
did that to me, I would die. I would literally die.
We'd all be dead.
She rolled max damage on both of her hits.
Oh,
Wow.
I have an important question for my turn.
Okay. It is your turn.
Okay, I'd like to know.
Oh, go ahead.
I just want. Is there a knowledge check or something I can know? Because this is a ghost. She's a ghost, right?
She's not.
I want to know what she is.
Give me knowledge, religion.
Come on, baby. Big
Spirit
money.
that can touch
Oh wait,
somebody
hold on.
is,
I want to re-roll that.
what's it called?
Do I have a way to re-roll that? Fuck
Yeah,
this
that's fine.
shitty ass.
I'm sure you do.
She's a
knowledge-
poltergeist. She's not a ghost.
I have knowledge of the ages. I'm going to use knowledge of the ages right now to re-roll any skill check I just did. Let me go ahead and mark that as used. 2 for 3. And Cordova, one more time. Big money. That's better. 26. What is she?
She is a revenant.
Mm-hmm.
From
So what the hell's a
I'm
revenant?
I'm going to need to know what that is.
Yes. I'm trying to find good.
It's a new video game on Xbox.
Revenants are single-minded in their obsessions. They are, corporeal, creatures. It's more akin to, a more intelligent Ghoularghast. It's a much more intelligent Ghoularghast.
Okay.
Just the next stage up, and it's single-minded in obsession, ignoring all others in their tasks. They are utterly devoid of compassion or logic, knowing only hatred for their killer. Once revenge has been sated, it can finally find peace in death.
That was going to be my next.
Down and die.
That was going to be my next question: is how do we bring her peace? But if we choose not to kill her, would we have any reason to believe she'd come after us?
Kill her.
Her being
she
singularly
is,
minded against the person who killed her, once she has that revenge, what is do we expect her to shut down where she stands? Because we haven't done anything to harm her. We've helped.
I'd say that's a fair assumption.
Okay, because I just don't want this thing to turn on us if this could be the case. Okay. With that knowledge, I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20 into the room, and I'm going to see what looks like Aldern Foxglove, and I'm going to shout out to him. Aldern, is that you? And he's being choked right now, I guess.
Yeah, he's being choked. He responds,
Is this because we wouldn't go on a boar hunt with you?
kind of.
We meant no offense. Argus is
Not gonna
gone.
lie,
It was
that's
his
part of it.
fault. All right, I'm going to move myself into the spot right here. That's where I want to go to. Drawing my mace along the way, activating my shield as a free action, and I'm going to cast on Nars Shield of Faith.
That's plus what? Plus 2?
+2 to your AC.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's my turn.
Don't
harm her. I'm going to also warn you guys not to harm the Revenant.
Musashi.
All right. I don't really have a whole lot I can do just because of positioning of everyone. Let's see what it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Jeremy, can I quick question you real quick?
Sure.
Where's the key to the door? Is it in the door?
Yeah, I'll say she left at the door.
Okay, perfect.
So if I try and get to the other side here on the table like Nurse did, if I did a double move, I'd still have to do an acrobatic to get on it?
Yes.
Okay. I guess my other question would be is, if we kill him before she can kill him, is that going to really piss her off?
I don't know. I mean, maybe she
can't rest.
maybe she
if
just
she
wants
doesn't.
him dead.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to do the double move to jump up here, and then let's see if my acrobatics will.
Oh shoot!
not
Can I
be
say
perfect.
sword? He's got a badass dagger. That's what he's got.
All right,
I thought
so
you really were about to say a
acrobatics.
battle axe.
I got a 13. I made it.
13. You did make it by 1. Yeah.
Okay.
The dwarf in heavy armor comes and jumps up on the table.
Huzzah! Also, I pull my Nodachi while I'm running over there. Anime style jump. Since I double move, that's all I can do.
All right. That moves back to the top of the initiative order with the Skin Saw Man.
That his name?
Yeah, it is. You would learn that eventually. But no, I guess I just don't need to add that part in the journal. But which he's got now. It all was going to come out in conversation, but this happened this way, so now he has a journal. Anyways,
Fair.
so he he's being choked, and he slashes out with his war razor. 25 to hit, but he does minimum damage. He only does 6 damage. I mean, 6 6 damage. Yeah, she doesn't even seem to be phased by it.
He has the grapple condition, right?
He does.
Okay.
Oh wait, that should be a penalty, right? Like a -4 to hit. It is a one-handed weapon.
I think it's a -4 AC and -2 on attack rolls.
You think, or you're reading it?
No, I think. I'm not reading it.
I'm searching. Creature cannot move or take an action that requires 2 hands. -4 penalty to dex, -2 penalty to attacks and combat maneuvers, except made to escape the check. So I actually do need to check and make sure that a 23 hits her. And it does. Okay. So a 23 still hits for minimum damage. Must make concentration check to cast spells. And he is not, since he attacked, he's not going to try and man his way out of it this time. That should be the end of his turn. Nars.
Okay, so I'm going to go 5, 10. I'm going to move right here, avoiding the stupid table that I can't get up on. And I am going
the chair that's doing.
Since I have so many wonderful bottle caps, I'm going to throw a bottle cap in on this roll. So that's a +8 to my first roll, right?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to
Watch you
swing with
crit.
my... What'd you say?
I said, watch, you're going to crit.
Yeah, probably. So I'm going to swing my longsword. Oh, and I'm doing 2-weapon fighting. So swing with my longsword. That's a 21 to hit.
29 to hit.
29 to hit. 29 definitely hits.
Do you want me to
So
take the
29.
bottle cap off your character sheet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Do I have it on my character sheet? Because I have it right here on my guy.
You're down to 3 now.
Awesome. So
Nice.
that's 11 points of damage.
Yeah, you see that definitely hurts him. 11
And then
points.
I'm going
Oh
to
shoot.
stick with my-
I need you and Musashi both to make fortitude saves. By the way, please.
46.
Oh God,
Can I-
just by us being
Now,
near
since
him.
you stepped in,
Can I do it after I swing with my shield?
absolutely,
Okay. Well, here's my fortitude save. An 8. I probably failed.
you did.
Okay.
I got a 9. Yay!
You also failed.
That's
So,
gonna
and then
suck.
a 22 to hit with my shield.
All right. 22 does not hit. 22 misses.
Even with his dex down?
No, you're right. He's got a -4 to dex, so you're right. So 22 will hit.
I
Thanks
was
for
going to say,
calling
that's a fucking strong-ass character. So then that's an extra 3 points of bludgeoning. If that makes any difference.
Yeah, his AC is 23. So, I mean, it's still kind of barely a hit, but yeah, an extra 3 points of damage. So she did 14. That's nice.
Can you guys imagine if we just walked into this room at the beginning?
No. No, I can't.
We almost did.
Jeremy would have been so mad.
Would he
We
though?
had all-
Would he
had all
have
this
been
crap.
mad?
We had all this crap after we just walked in and take on the boss.
I would have had to kill you all. Like, you would have all died.
Why? We
Then
haven't had
we-
any difference between when we got here and now.
Well, we wouldn't have
yeah,
her.
We're actually
Yeah.
weaker now.
No,
Very
the
much so.
difference is that y'all have dealt 14 damage to this guy so far, and she has dealt like 70.
Oh yeah, it's true. She is there.
Yeah.
It's okay. We
Like-
just would have gone and played Minecraft the whole time, so it'd have been all right.
Oh shit. Okay, what happens?
Okay. So you guys are sickened for 7 minutes.
Oh god damn it.
Jesus.
So what does that do?
Second, creature
on.
takes a -2 penalty on attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. You take a -2 on everything.
Oh,
And
here it
so,
is. Six.
is there a check to figure out how or why this happened? Is this
Absolutely.
proximity to him or her?
Hey
Yes.
Josh, there's a
Proximity to
condition
him.
for it.
Yeah.
I already clicked it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. God, this thing is already like super useful. I love having this right here. All right. Yeah, I've got a new GM screen that I have laid out as a rolling mat, and it's fucking awesome. Okay, and it moves on. Cthulhu, it is your turn.
Well, I see both Nars and Musashi go like green in the face, and so I am going. What kind of check can I do to figure out like proximity wise? Because Cordova hasn't had to make that check yet, and he's like, the lady is between him. So like 10 feet, you know, if you're in 5 feet, if you're in striking distance.
I'd say survival. I think that's a good one for you.
Okay.
Make a survival check.
Okay.
Nice, 19. Yeah. Yeah. It seems just when they get within about 5 feet that it seems the stench seems to be overpowering.
Okay.
Cordova seems to be roughly 10 feet away, and he seems safe.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you said it was basically the smell of him?
Yes, stench.
Okay.
Stanky
I'm
Shoot him! Cthulhu, shoot him!
Yeah. Okay.
You can shoot through combat. Yeah.
At a -4?
Don't you
no,
have?
you have
No, I
you
have
have
that
precise.
thingy. Heck yeah. Okay, so if I go to this corner, do I have a shot on him? Or should I go over here?
Over there would probably
I'd say
be
you'd have a better shot on him over here. The other way, I might have to give him a little bit of cover.
Okay, I'll do that.
This guy's like really hemmed in at the moment.
Well,
You're lucky if he could unleash 4-round attacks on you guys.
I'm within 30 feet of him, so I'm going to do a rapid shot and point blank. And loose 2 arrows at him.
Thanks.
First shot. Second shot.
Oh no.
A miss and a fumble.
Whoa. Shit on a shingle.
A potential fumble. Go ahead and see if it confirms.
Okay. I just roll a d20.
Yeah, just roll your bow again.
Okay. Come on, Cthulhu. You're supposed to be good character. I can't pull up my sheet again.
What happens when you start multi-classing?
Actually, I'm not going to roll it for you.
Casey or Devin or someone. Or John,
I got you. What do you need?
Roll his attack again.
Yeah.
Oh.
God.
You used your bow,
keep
right?
the sheet open.
Yeah, composite longbow. Oh, shit.
Confirmed miss.
Jiminy, cricket.
You step over, and it might be that that Musashi is just a little bit in your way. Your aim is a little errant. I need you to re-roll the attack targeting Musashi instead of
my
the creature.
A.
You're gonna shoot me in the
ass. I need to re.
Yeah,
hey,
roll it.
Musashi's 5 feet away. Can he roll with range?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. It's yeah.
There.
Because it's the fumble.
Okay, yeah. So you completely miss him. It just goes straight straight to the table between his feet.
Thank
Hi!
God.
Watch it, stupid cat.
Um,
Oh God! How dare you!
and she is going to, as a free action, she's going to, choke again, and then reach, with one hand and just, smack him, and backhand him. Jesus Christ.
Sounds like she's just manhandling him.
Yeah, she really is. So she chokes him and continues to crush his larynx for another 11 damage, and then she reaches up with her right hand. Let's see. I'm actually going to do it one at a time. Boom, 11. Yeah, she reaches up with her right hand and comes down and just completely slashes his throat open, right above her hand, and his body becomes limp, and he bleeds out.
Shit.
So she killed him in 2 hits.
3. Yeah.
Oh,
it?
oh gosh, 3 instead of 2.
Imagine what-
Sorry.
Imagine what would have happened. Yeah, 3. Imagine what would have happened if y'all had engaged her in the attic.
We got
So
F
he's
and
dead.
A.
That's what you're saying?
He's dead, and she's standing over his body.
What? I only got one turn.
Well,
Damn it!
I'm sorry.
I was over here planning, and I can't do shit. Okay.
Hey,
Boys.
with- mind topping me off with the sickness here?
Hey, Nars, maybe you want to grab what you can on that body while I work with Musashi here. We
See
need to start
her,
backing out of this room.
Yeah,
you see
I got
her, begin to calm down. Her breathing steadies, and
Cut his head
her
off and give it to
complexion
her.
softens. Color returns back to her face, and her
Aisha?
hair becomes Aisha. Her hair becomes more vibrant and lush, and she turns and looks at you. Thank you.
Nars
And then
gives her that
force
like
chokes you.
nod, like thank you.
She and she goes to leave. And she walks out. But as she turns around,
Oh, God.
Cordova, you feel something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you feel something coming from that mold in the corner.
Is it
And
magic?
I
I don't know, but first, I need you to make a will save.
Damn it!
24.
Ooh, willful.
You feel drawn. You start to almost mindlessly walk over towards the mold. You feel yourself being pulled down to reach in and take a bite of it.
Gross.
Just as you're about to take a big chunk of the bulbous mold, you stop yourself, and I imagine you retch a little bit, thinking about what you almost did. Yeah.
I'll yell at Cordova,
this-
what the hell are you doing?
Cordova, I want you to make another religion check, and this is going to be an extreme bonus. 25, perfect. What you're standing over seems to be a mold-covered remains of a human body, and that puzzle box on the floor is the same as the one in the stained glass.
7-sided box.
7-sided box. In y'all's further search around the room, you find, where is it? I find the specific treasure.
Okay, hold on. Before you go into that, can I make sure I understand this correctly? The guy we killed was Aldern.
Yes.
And what I found in the corner was the lich with the 7-sided box, the body of him.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Alder put a mask on and assumed like a second identity, right?
Aldern, he didn't put a mask on. He just he
Okay. I thought you
was
said he
taken
put a
over
mask
by a different. Yeah.
on. Okay.
Let me go check on something. I'm hearing a noise. Okay, no, it's just my cats.
So can we destroy the box?
Anyways, no.
Hold on, we'll get
So
to
yeah, we'll get to that. You find near Aldern's chair a hastily scribbled loose leaf journal. It details it seems to be Aldern's story. Aldern wrote this as almost some kind of confession. You see, it starts out very coherent and devolves into rambling madness. You also find sitting on the table a sealed envelope addressed to Aldern Foxglove in Magnamar. Aldern Foxglove, Magnamar Townhouse. You find a silver key ring worth 10 gold pieces with 2 keys on the ring. The larger of those is a tarnished iron key set with a round opal worth 100 gold. The smaller key is made of bronze and has an unusually long tang ending in 3 notches. The head of the key resembles a roaring lion. Let's see. And Cordova, with your detect magic, you do see just to the south, slightly covered in a little bit of fungus, just below the black mold, is a chime of a still functioning chime of opening, and you can Google that if you like. It has 5 charges. Yeah. It's a magical item that opens doors for you. So yeah, you find here, his letter, his journal, and a mold-covered body.
And then what's on him?
Oh, what's on him? Ooh,
he had a dagger. Was it just a regular dagger?
Good stuff. You detect a shit ton of magic coming from him.
All right, let's pick him apart.
Find a piece of +1 leather armor. You find a ring of protection +1.
Oh, hold on.
Nice.
Wait, hold on, because this thing isn't working. Leather armor +1. Ring of pro +1. I gotta put the +1s at the end, otherwise it confuses the game.
A +1 war razor, which is a small dagger that is incredible. A stalker's mask. He is also wearing an extravagant noble's outfit worth 200 gold, and a cameo worth 100 gold that has a tiny hand-drawn picture of Cthulhu in it.
What the fuck, dude? This guy was obsessed with you. You're gonna have to read his journal to figure out why. Hold on. Okay. An outfit, a cameo of Cthulhu?
Yeah, a cameo of Cthulhu, and it's worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay, I got that. All right.
Rather nice cameo.
Does everybody have a ring of protection +1?
I don't think I do.
Masashi does.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, I'm plugging stuff into your bag of holding right now, so yeah, I see it right there.
Well, I mean, if
okay,
everybody,
here we go.
can I take it?
If it'll help you, yeah, man. I got a ring of force shield, and that's pretty dope, so I'm gonna keep that.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you can also have a ring of protection.
Let's dial back on that later. I don't have a ring of protection. I just have a ring of force shield. I don't know how many rings we're allowed to wear. 10 seems excessive.
I think
2.
2. 1 on each hand.
Well, you could probably use it more than me either way. So, anything else that we find in this room here?
I think Musashi might need it actually, because he's a
bit
pro. Breakable.
Unless he wants another ring of pro.
I'll take anything that ups my AC.
Okay. Well, let's come back to that stuff later because we're not in a fight anymore. What's the envelope addressed to Alden? Because we don't really have time to read his journal right now, but will the envelope give us any clue to what we need to do here? Like what's going on here?
Yeah, let me. What's up?
Mm.
Show to everyone. All right. You open up the envelope and you see a letter addressed to Alden. Alden, you have served us quite well. The delivery you harvested from the caverns far exceeds what I had hoped for. You may consider your debt to the brothers paid in full. And yet I still have need of you. When you awaken from your death, you should find your mind clear and able to understand the task more than in the state you lie as I write this. You shall remember the workings of the Sahedron ritual, I trust. You seemed quite lucid at the time, but if you find after your rebirth that you have forgotten, return to the townhouse in Magnamar. My agents shall contact you there soon. No need for you to bother the brothers any further. I will provide the list of proper victims for the Sahedron ritual in 2 days' time. Commit that list to memory, and then destroy it before beginning your work. The ones I have selected must be marked before they die. Otherwise, they do no good. They do the master no good, and the greed in their souls will go to waste. If others get in your way, you may do with them as you please. Eat them, savage them, turn them into your pawns. It does not matter to me. Signed, Zanisha, Mistress of the Seven.
Mistress of the Seven. This has to do with the Brotherhood of the Seven.
Yes.
The same people who raised Musashi. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the 7-pointed star on the bottom corner of this map right here that you keep talking about?
Hold on.
I mean, the bottom corner of this note that you just made us look at?
Oh, yes.
Yes, so that's the 7-pointed star. Okay. So the 7-pointed star is a symbol of the Brotherhood of the Seven.
That's the Sahedron, yes.
That's the Sahedron room?
That is, yes. What you recognize as the Brotherhood of the Seven is, like I said, it's a 7-pointed star, but it's not. Like I don't have an example for it, but I'll have to find one. It's different.
Wasn't that the people that came and revived Musashi?
Yeah. The Brotherhood of the Seven. So, Zanisha wasn't the one who came, though. Right?
No, it was.
No.
We haven't heard that name. Zanisha wasn't the one who was
This is
Scarlett Johansson.
no. This is the first time we've heard her name.
Okay. So we have a clue what we need to do here.
I like this one.
Commit to memory. She says, like, if you've forgotten, return to your townhouse in Magnamar. I think the townhouse in Magnamar is probably the next thing we need to be looking into.
Going to Magnamar.
Looks like we need to head to Magnamar.
Magnamar it is.
Before we do that, we need to head back to Sandpoint and recover, because I'm sure most of us are in dire straits here.
Yes.
Cordova. I or anybody who can, I would like you to make a knowledge arcana check.
So me?
I do not have arcana.
Hold on.
Please.
I made a 15. Do you want me to re-roll that with a... Should I
No,
re-roll that?
No, I would say a 15 is good enough. This house is tied to that lich. That body right there is the source of everything that's happening in this house.
How do I kill a lich that's already dead?
Lich.
We
I'd say
burn
with
it
your
down.
knowledge religion from before, I can actually give that to you. You know that you can consecrate the house with a consecrate spell, or you can dispel the evil on the grounds. You can also use the spell Hollow to the hallowed grounds. Those are the only spells that you know of that can get rid of something like this.
Okay.
Other than that, I would say who was it rolled survival earlier? Cthulhu.
Yeah, Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, you would 19. I think you would be able to confidently say, I think we can burn it. And that might do some good.
Narch
Well,
pulls
since
out.
I can't cast
a
any of that, so I will go ahead and spark this lich up. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, can I do it with my flame sword?
I just look at Musashi. I was like, now's your chance.
Musashi, you go in and you swing with your flame sword, and he lights up, hard, and you hear a screeching sound as a lot of the mold seems to be burnt away. Ow, that hurt.
I hope he said that.
He did.
Ow, it hurt.
He wakes up underneath. He's ow. But you notice that not all of it burns away, but just as the fire starts to gutter out, and Cordova, you feel the magic in the house has quieted a little bit. You can notice it's not fully dormant, but it has quieted a little. But just as the fire starts to gutter out on his body, it flashes back out in a last torrent of flame back at Musashi, and hits you for 12 fire damage.
This fucking house. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Alright, so I get hit with 12 fire damage.
Yeah. Y'all,
Ouch.
you'd think, Cthulhu, you would think that, this mold seems to regrow pretty quick, and you'll probably only bought yourself a day. But at least this way you might be able to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Without resetting the traps that you already set.
We need to get Father Tobin out here to bless this place.
Piece of my effing ear. I remember my ear being like pierced, and it was like the tip of it, but I don't remember who or why that happened. Like what situation we were in.
Wasn't it the battle?
It was in the battle with Rip Nugget, I think. No, it was in the battle with Nualia. The witch threw some acid at you and burned off part of your ear.
I want all of you guys to study.
You take your piece of ear and all of your belongings that are stretched out across this table.
You belong on the table.
I want the caricature. I don't want that piece of ear. I went to Disney World.
Did anybody think to inspect that painting that was leaning up against the table?
I didn't know there was one, but
there was.
There we go.
we want to look at everything in the room. What do you got?
I got a 20.
Yeah, you got to. You pull that painting back, and it is it smells awful, and the artwork seems to be mostly done in blood and viscera, but it is a crude portrait of Cthulhu over what seems to be another painting that was on the canvas before.
What the?
This guy was obsessed with you, Cthulhu.
But why?
I don't know why. Don't know why. Maybe we'll learn something in his journal about why, but we shouldn't sit around reading it in here. We need to get out of here.
Of course.
Yeah, you said that we feel like the house is good for at least a day.
You'd feel the house is a little more safe.
Is there rain in the forecast?
The forecast.
Argus is going to make a suggestion of searching the rooms we didn't search, because this is a big house, big mansion, rich people. Maybe we can find some extra treasure.
I don't know, man. We might find some, but we already did a sweep with detect magic, and we didn't find anything magical.
Well, Cordova, I would say now that the house has quieted down, if you do one more sweep of detect magic before you go, as you're going out the front door, you do detect a little bit of magic up in the attic.
The Manticore.
Oh shit! All right, let's go back up to the attic.
There was that one door we couldn't open up there, if I remember right.
Yeah,
we're doing okay as far as
We got it open.
We took down the big boss. We can survive everything else, right? Right? I'm not gonna die again, am I?
Mustache is all scared.
Hope not.
Uncharacteristic of you.
Because either we get the goods and get out of here, I'm burning this place down. So we have to leave.
Yeah, we need to do what we need to do
Okay,
here, and we need
so-
to get out of here.
So we're at the attic.
Yeah, so you get up to the attic, and Cordova, you go back. It's back in that, in that library room where you were. And you reach down and you find a hidden door in the floor. A trap door in the floor.
Okay.
And you lift it up to discover a shining piece of armor sitting there.
Okay. Spellcraft?
Spellcraft, yeah.
Spellcraft. Come on, baby. Oh, 16.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
I'm going to go ahead and knowledge of the ages on that and roll it again. 19, 27.
Yeah, it is a set of half plate armor. +1 half plate armor.
Musashi, you should take that.
I'm down for that.
Let me throw it in the bag and we'll sort that out later.
Actually, I'm going to up that. I'm going to say +1 agile half plate armor.
What?
Make that a little better for you.
Agile half plate +1. Agile half plate.
Sorry, what was
Plus
that?
one.
Susan was yelling.
You just got a agile half plate +1 armor.
Nice.
And we will
Hopefully I'm
figure
not
out what all
squishy.
that does later.
Okay. I like the
Also-
idea of not being squishy.
Also, I have something very interesting to talk about when we get back to town, or whenever we get out of here at least.
All right.
So, you guys, I assume y'all start heading out. Do y'all read Aldern's journal, or you're going to save that till
We'd
till
like
next
to get
time?
We'd like
Take
to
it
get back
with
to where
us.
we're safe and then dig into Aldern's journal. But here's
Okay.
something interesting that I wanted to mention to you guys on the travels back home, if that's what we're on to, if you're saying we're good here.
Mm-hmm.
Did we burn
Um,
the place down?
The stalker's mask that we found is a very interesting piece because she said in her letter that if he was having trouble remembering the ritual or whatever, he could go back to his townhouse in Magnamore. The stalker's mask has an ability to make you appear as any creature. The wearer can cause the mask's feature to take on the appearance of any creature of the wearer's basic size and shape within 60 feet that he observes, allowing the wearer to adopt the creature's appearance for 1 hour. I don't know how distinct you make on this, but it grants you a +10 bonus to disguise checks. You could make yourself look like Aldern and go into this townhouse and
Alright.
contact the people he's meant to contact.
Yeah, but it's within 60 feet.
Yeah,
You have
within
to know
60
what-
feet.
But you have to
No,
know
it's
what Alden looks
exposed
like.
nerves.
Is it like within 60 feet of
Yeah,
seeing
it's
the
definitely
person?
second degree burns.
I don't know.
Does
Once per
it-
day?
Does it do
Right.
anything? Does it have like a madness
Doing what I
trait
asked
or
you to do.
that?
It makes you look like.
The rubbing
whoever you
is
wanna
not
look
what
like.
hurts. It's the stuff getting into contact.
Let me read the entire thing to you.
Okay.
When worn, the mask desaturates the wearer's clothing, making it appear shadowy and granting a +5 competence bonus on stealth checks. Already, I want to give this to Cthulhu. Once per day, as a full round action, the wearer can cause the mask's features to take on the appearance of any creature of the wearer's size and shape within 60 feet that he observes. Okay, so,
You have to observe the creature.
all right, then we're going to put his corpse in the bag and take it with us.
Okay.
You're gonna turn into gassed foxglove.
Let's
Oh,
take the magical.
Can just get the rest of the extra.
Okay, well, maybe we can't do that part. But hey, the first part with the +5 competence bonus on stealth checks, I mean, that goes a long
Love
way
it.
for a character who's stealthy already.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean that's pretty damn awesome.
So Stalker's
fine.
Mask is a great item. I don't know if you're still holding us to the 3 magic items rule or whatever you were talking about before. But this
Well,
no,
I only have two.
I was giving you
Or,
in character
I think I have
creation,
one.
like in making a new character. No, you got like 4 or 5, I think. But it's fine. But like I was giving you in making a new character, you were limited in what you could buy. I just didn't want you to come out with like 9 different magical weapons. You know.
So anyway, that's a cool piece that we can definitely take advantage of. Cthulhu can definitely take advantage of.
Breastplate.
The Agile half-plate, Jeremy, do you have the stats for that handy? I'm curious before I...
I do.
Um,
Armor bonus +8, max
Damn.
dex bonus +0, and armor check penalty -7. Spell chance failure 40%. speed, 20 feet, and 15 feet. So I don't think it really. But you have a heavy armor proficiency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
he
assuming
does.
he's a dwarf.
Yeah. So I think that it reduces the spell chance failure and increases your, movement and all that stuff. So,
Increasing movement will help me a lot.
well, not increase it. I think it keeps it at 20.
Oh, okay. Well,
which
Yeah,
is
you can't be encumbered, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just having the feat just means you don't take the extra penalties of wearing heavy armor, but
Yeah.
you still get all the
That's-
penalties that the armor has.
Yeah. The style of this half plate is specially crafted in a manner that allows extra maneuverability for some physical activities. The armor check penalty for climb checks and jump checks is only -4 instead of -7. In addition, unlike most heavy armors, the wearer can run at quadruple speeds instead of triple speeds. Jesus Christ! So yeah, you can still run at quadruple speed in heavy armor. That's amazing.
So that's dope, man. This is some good stuff we got out of here.
Nice.
It's gonna help a lot.
Um,
The War Razor
yeah, as
dagger
you guys
is also a thing.
As you guys are making your way back to town, actually, I'm going to go ahead and get everybody on the track with this. Well, no, because whatever would be tomorrow morning. So we'll go ahead. I need Nars, Cthulhu, and Musashi to make fortitude saves.
Can Cordova hit us with guidance?
Some guidance.
Yeah. If you want, if it's allowed, yes. Guidance on everybody for a +1.
Yes. It's allowed indeed.
Oh wait, am I still
Your
second?
Your second's over.
Okay. Oh, so.
Like
Yeah,
I
your
mean, I'm
second's
sure. Yeah. Wait, we are second still.
No, your second is over. It's done.
Okay.
I thought
Okay,
second
well-
that would have been a 12.
All right. Well, then your +1 would be 13.
13. 12 for
I
Casey.
got an 11.
Did you say what? Fortitude.
Hey, I'll be right back while you're doing this. I gotta do something.
All right. Did anybody hit 13?
I technically would have hit 13.
You would have hit 13 if you weren't sickened?
Well, yeah, I had the 2 and then the +1 for the guidance.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. So, Musashi, you actually kick it. Like, you actually are better. You seem to tough it out, cough out one last little bit, and the ghoul fever is no longer plaguing you. You still have your the current damage that has been done from it, and that will stay until you get healed of it or sleep or how you heal that damage. But you no longer have ghoul fever.
Okay.
Cthulhu and Nars, on the other hand, unfortunately, you guys failed your checks, which starts you back over in the chain. You now have to have 2 consecutive checks to pass, and I will roll your damage together if y'all are okay with that. This is 1d3 con, 2 con damage for both of you. 1d3 dex is 3 dex damage for both of you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and you now, like I said, you have to have 2 consecutive saves or, get a cure disease or a full restoration. Which full restoration is going to be not cheap. But yeah, you're still alive for now. That's the
In
important
town,
thing.
where do you get that?
I don't think anybody in town can actually sell that to you. The priestess who healed Musashi actually had to bring it in with her. If I'm not mistaken, Arcus has a vial or 2 on him if y'all want to go search for him.
You're so funny.
Argus, get your ass back here.
So yeah, do y'all do anything when y'all get to town, or do y'all just kind of go back in there and collapse?
What time is it? Depends on what time it is.
Your trek, if y'all go all the way back to town and you don't stop for rest, you don't stop at the Anywhere else, you'll get back to town around 10, 11 o'clock at night, late at night.
Okay.
Let's do
Two
that.
things. First, Casey or Jeremy, will you check my sheet to make sure I'm being honest? I think I've done the correct, negatives and whatever. And Catul is going to be with the group, yet still having these problems. He's just going to kind of pander off in the back a little bit and lose step with the group and go back to the initial place that he was sleeping when he first entered Sandpoint and think about Argus a little bit and be talking to himself, so kind of like a monologue, but he's like, we've done a lot, this new guy is cool, but we could really use you. I'd really like some of that special stuff that you had when you entered the group. It's been a while. And he's just going to sit there for a while. And maybe around midnight, this is not trying to coincide with what the group is doing right now, because I think we really all just need sleep. So maybe if he catches the tail end of the discussion, if we're going to go back and hit it running, he'll do that, but he's not super keen on discussing what happened since, he really got messed up and there are a lot of depictions of him where we just came from.
Yeah. Okay.
That's gotta be weighing on his head.
I'm gonna give you a bottle cap for that little bit of role play. You don't do it very much, and I want to reward you.
Thank you.
Throw that on the sheet. Hey, if that's what Catul's up to, I think if we're getting back to Sandpoint, Cordova's going to retire with that journal and spend the night, well, at least a few hours into the night studying that. Sleep in late the next morning. I'm sure he's dying to dig in.
Absolutely. See what time
Mustache, he's just gonna go crash. Just fuck this shit.
I'm just gonna have a couple of drinks and play with a bag of coins.
Actually,
we're just taking a leave of absence from one another, thinking that Magnamar is probably the next thing that we're gonna have to hit.
So, you all kind of separate, and you go bed down for the night and start to read Aldrin's journal by moonlight. And it reads, like I said, like a confession. You can even almost hear Aldrin's voice in your head as you go along. My father told me about this place growing up. All I ever wanted was to protect my family's property, my family name. My great uncle built this house, and it's him rotting in the corner. He wanted to live forever. He did all kinds of atrocious things to all kinds of people and animals, even his own wife and daughters, all in pursuit of some strange dream. And they died here, right here. She found him in the middle of his ritual and smashed his phylactery. And you think of the ruined puzzle box on the ground. So,
yeah, we didn't even look at that.
When she did, she unleashed the plague upon this house. The mold. It consumed her. It consumed her daughters almost immediately. They let the house fall to ruin. No one lived here for many decades. Until Father came. Father thought to reclaim the family manor and put the Foxglove name back in the minds of the little people. I believe he succeeded. After a time living here, Mother began to see the spirits and the unusual events that happen in this house, and she became convinced of its evil. Father, on the other hand, became possessed by the spirits of this house, convinced that she was trying to ruin him and destroy his family. My mother thought the only way to free my father was to destroy the house. It was then when she burned the slave quarters. She returned to the house to take my sisters and myself, but father found her. He was enraged, like a demon possessed my kind and loving father, and left only this mad shell in its place. They fought. Mother stabbed father, but he was too strong. He killed her with little effort and threw her through the window down the cliffs below. And then it seemed as if something may have changed in him. His face turned from anger to shock, and then to nothing. He looked at me and told me to take my sisters to Sandpoint, to contact my aunt. That was the last time I saw my father alive. It was some years before I was approached by the group, and they offered me the chance to finish my father's work, to fulfill my family quests, and they didn't even want money for it. All they wanted in return was a piece of that mold, of what was remaining of Voral Foxglove. Of course, I wanted that. Who wouldn't want that? I set out to do as they asked, and along the way I found the love of my life, beautiful Aisha, traveling with her companions, stranded in a terrible storm, just a few miles south of my manor. I brought her home and warmed her up, and she came to love me as much as I loved her. But the house got me too. In a fit of jealousy and cowardice, I murdered her and the construction foreman and all of his men. I dumped them down here. But her, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to deal with her, so I contacted them again, and they said they would handle it. So I left for a while and returned to my home in the city, visited Sandpoint, where I was captivated by the heroics of a local band who rescued me and even rescued one of my beloved pets. The other one was allowed to die. I never did get over that, but one of those heroes was magnificent. He didn't want much to do with me, but oh, how I wanted to learn from him, how I wanted to be him. He could solve all the problems that plagued my life. If only I could just take him, make him be mine, or make myself into him. Yes, that is what I should do. I should kill him and take his place. And then I will be the hero of Sandpoint. I won't have to face persecution for my terrible crime. But now I had to return home, and that's when I discovered that they didn't bury you, my love, as I had wanted. I heard you moving the attic, but I couldn't bring myself to go see you, to see what they had done, or what I had done. It was too late. And from there, it stops becoming coherent and turns into a rambling scrawl of almost a runic language that you think resembles Thessalonian, but it's as if it was written by someone who is just simply deranged and out of their mind. You all fall asleep. Cordova, you fall asleep with this mound of papers on your chest. And as you wake up the next morning, you're all healed of 1 point of your ability damage, and each of those abilities, you've all healed 1 point of them. And you feel a little bit stronger, like level 6 strong.
What? You didn't even tell us.
Wah, 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 wah.
I wasn't even ready.
Nice.
Now we're done for the night.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to Tool in the morning about this, but yes. You have to remind me next week that I tell Cthulhu about what I read in the journal.
Okay.
I mean,
it's
down.
we still got a few minutes. If y'all want to play that out for a little bit, we can. I'm not gonna. I can do for about another 10 minutes if y'all are.
I've got time.
Yeah, I'll
I
have
don't
a
wanna keep
couple of
anybody who's
things
gonna-
my guy will say.
Yeah, absolutely.
If
Well,
are
it's
we
still fresh
gathering
in
in the
your
morning at the table as we do?
Quick one real quick.
Sure.
When it comes to healing again? What is it for heals over the night?
Or
is it back full health?
You heal your con plus your level, so it would be your constitution, your total constitution plus 6.
Are we all leveled up to 6?
Everybody.
Damn. Sweet.
Everybody.
8 plus 8, so that'd be 16. All right, so that gets me back to 45.
Yeah, and then each of your ability scores that had damage will heal 1 damage. So
yeah, the only thing I had was con damage because I was lucky.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I was lucky about.
And oh shit, while we're at it, since we went and kept going, what is it? Cthulhu and Cordova, I need DC 11 fort saves. Y'all can do your
yeah, I'm gonna cast
talking
guidance
while you do your rolls.
I'm gonna cast guidance for this roll.
Fort save.
Oh, come on, man. Fuck.
We
I cast
wilded.
guidance on you too. Oh, you got it.
All right, so Cthulhu, you are 1 successful save towards curing Voral's phage.
Is there nobody in
Cordova,
town that can just heal me from this?
You're gonna have to get that in Magnamar.
All right.
It's so weird that Sternpoint
Charisma?
doesn't have like a doctor. like a
Shit,
local.
okay, what's -3?
Charisma.
God damn it, that's my best
And-
thing.
Con. Well, shit. You can switch it if you like. You can do one charisma and 3 con. I'll allow you to choose which one you take your damage to.
Okay.
I'll be nice.
Minus
I don't
3
wanna break
con,
your character.
-1 charisma. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cthulhu.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk. We're at the table, and I'll put the book down. Be like, I've read through this in the night, and it seems as you're not as instrumental in all of this as we might have thought to begin with. Aldern Foxglove had.
Cthulhu puts his paw up first, and like stops you before you continue to talk, and then just pushes another mug of ale towards you.
It's a bit early, but I'll take it.
Drink first.
and then continues to drink and listens.
Says, it seems that Aldern Foxglove was some sort of an unhealthy obsession with you, but it's over now, of course.
So does that book say why he was obsessed with him?
He wanted to be him. I know that sounds strange, but maybe not so.
Chokes on his ale a little bit.
I'll just kind of do the whatever and look at my ale.
I think the most important takeaway here is whatever's going on between him and the Skinsaw cult and the Brotherhood isn't inherently revolving around you.
Then why did they have portraits and a piece of my ear?
He was a sick man. There's no doubt about that.
Understatement.
Understatement of the year.
My ear?
And apparently,
that had
I guess I
nothing to
didn't
do
make it. I didn't make it apparent. But the stuff that was missing from your bedroom, like way earlier when y'all left to go to the haunted house,
Yeah.
he had that. Like that was his empty potion bottles and discarded arrows and stuff like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was all your shit.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
He was deranged. If that puts your mind at ease at all, he was deranged, and I don't.
If it makes you feel any better, it was just an insane man who was.
It was
obsessed with
just. It was an insane man who was obsessed with you, which I mean, given the circumstances that we're in, is probably the best outcome for having your name and portraits and pictures written everywhere. He's dead
I
now.
feel like we should take this to the sheriff
Oh, absolutely.
so I can clear my name a little bit.
Well, yes. I don't see why we shouldn't.
I kind of okay, Jeremy. We didn't talk about this, but did we leave the portraits there? Like I know one
the
was
portrait
really stinky.
of you.
If you
Yeah.
wanted to take that stuff, we would have took it.
Okay, so one was
Yeah.
really stinky, and I don't want the stinky one. But the other one that's worth all that money, I kind of want to keep that, but not sell it.
Well, so, yeah, the one, the one that's the cameo, the brooch.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely took that. The one that was
And we
stinky. Yeah, if you wanted the one that was stinky, like I said, it was painted over another painting. And if you want to deal with it and drag it back to town, you get the idea that you might be able to pay somebody to clean it up and sell it for probably 100 gold profit.
Okay,
And
so
we did take the painting that was worth money.
We took the cameo. The cameo is not a painting. A cameo is just like a little thing, right?
No,
a brooch.
No, he's talking about the painting we found in the room.
The painting that
was
stinks. I didn't put that on the inventory list because who wants to take a stinky ass ruined painting?
No, the painting that we found in the attic.
Oh
We
yeah,
put
you
it in
did
the
find a
back.
painting in the attic.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that on the list at all.
Yeah, it's in the bag.
That one was also worth, I think, 200 gold.
Okay, I'm gonna write attic painting, 200 gold. I don't know why I wouldn't have wrote that.
can you give some description of what the other painting, like how it looked like me, or like if there's like a type of pose? Is this like a still painting?
Have you seen
type
Titanic?
deal?
We got the sexy Khajiit going on.
Like, let me paint you like one of my French girls type deal. Like,
I picture it kind of like the George Washington painting where you're staring like slightly up and to the left, you know, and he just got you like in a tuxedo, but it's like your fur. Yeah, he has you like tuxedo fur under your clothes.
It's got Aldrich's face on it.
Wow. Wow.
All these blood prints and smears.
Photoshop back in the day where he like has his arm around me or something. Okay, that makes sense.
You're gonna make him just hurl.
This guy is a real piece of work. I
But they say that,
all this, but
they say
like,
that imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah, but like the infatuation, I don't understand his like where the infatuation came from. Like I know he said that he met up with our like group or whatever, but I did nothing that was really inspiring. And then at the same time, they talked about greed or whatever, and like pieces of somebody or like ingredients that they needed or like the people that they needed. And like these are like greedy people, and so like out of character, I thought that it was, you know, because I was like stealing stuff and stuff like that, and like maybe that's why they chose me to use this. But I'm really just like a bobblehead to this guy.
Do you want to know the metagame reason, or do you want to know the in-game reason?
I want to know the in-game reason. Don't mess up my immersion, Jeremy.
All right, I was just saying, like, I can give you either one, but yeah, the in-game reason is, I mean, you saved his life, you know, in that first battle, like where he met everybody. Like, it's not that anybody, you know, did anything spectacular. It's that you, and really only you, were successful in that battle, and you saved him.
Boris,
and he
my
just,
bitch.
yeah, like he just, you know, he thought that you know, that prowess, that, you know, that you know, command that you took of the battlefield, you know, your ability to just strike down your enemies in front of you and take what you want. That's what he wanted.
Cat-like reflexes.
Yeah.
He saw something in you.
Okay.
All right. By the way, this is an idea of what I had in mind for the 7-pointed star that the Brotherhood represented on their vests. If you look in Skype, the Skype chat.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a 7-pointed star, but it's different. They, you know, they obviously wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he loved you, Cthulhu, because you saved him. You saved his dog. Yeah, he idolized what you represented.
Okay, so retroactively, just a question: would he have killed me?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, question. If we had gone on the boar hunt, does he do anything weird?
A little bit. Like, he just tells fun stories. Like, he tries really hard to be jovial and you know, to you know, excessively win over Cthulhu. You know, he tries to convince y'all to come back and visit him in his manor. At which point, like, this stuff would kick off earlier.
So he just goes crazy. Like, there's no way we can prevent him from going crazy. And
If y'all if y'all had gone back with him, if y'all had like tried to go with him to his manor before, like if y'all had left town with him and just got like followed him straight to his manor, he would not have been crazy and quite trying to kill y'all until he saw how y'all reacted when you found Aisha. You know? Yeah. Then
He'd been
he
touring
may
us around the house.
Yeah.
So this is my mold garden. And this is where I killed my wife for cheating. Oh my god. You guys okay with this, right?
I guess at
How
the end of it
confusing
all,
that
the
would
best
be.
thing you can
Like, if
possibly
this-
do is forget
The
it.
scarf is choking Nars with an image of Aldern as Aldern standing in the corner. Like, I don't know what that's about.
That's crazy.
Never seen
Never
it.
seen that before. Okay.
It's the
Yeah,
first
that
time
was
this has
wild.
happened. It must be you guys.
I got stung by the manticore. Never seen that happen. Yeah, no.
Okay,
Sorry.
so with the sanitary, it's only the sheriff and authority in the town that can send someone to that. Because definitely this guy needed to go there.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Like,
No.
this guy's a nut house.
Yeah, he definitely needed to go there.
Dead now.
Yeah,
He's dead now.
He's dead now.
Okay.
I feel kind of bad about it, actually. He's
So
dead.
I'm pretty sure that there's still creepy people at that sanitary. Not like, we're progressing through the story, but like that probably still needs to be checked out by authorities in the town.
You
we
can't
just
go
let-
with
we
the
just
sanitarium.
Thrust that under the rug. Like, okay, we killed this guy, but they're still doing experiments, and I didn't get any real answers from that. Is what I'm gonna say.
Well, if you guys want to revisit that, we certainly could. But
We didn't get to ask anything about the birds. Like, what the fuck the birds had to do with anything?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
like Mordor? Like his.
No, metagame. I'll give because that's the only explanation I have for that one is metagame. They are designed to like chase y'all back to the house. Every time y'all try to leave the grounds, they attack you and chase you back to the house. That's why they stopped attacking. As y'all ran towards the house, they didn't pursue and attack you.
Wow. That's some creepy shit. So is that
Can-
magic?
No, it's another haunt.
can you kill them all and leave?
I imagine you probably can.
Fun. This
The
game's
game
fun.
doesn't give a contingency for that, but I mean you can.
They say it on
We should
Glass
all
Cannon all
just
the time,
make
but I don't know why anybody plays anything else.
We should all just make gunslingers and just ruin the whole game.
That'd be great, dude. If we all just like multi-class into gunslinger.
Yeah.
I was about to say if you I will run another campaign for this, but if y'all want, we can run a campaign where you're multi-classed gunslinger and something else. Like
Oh
you
my
have to
God.
be something else,
Red
and we can
Dead
have 4
Redemption.
gunslinger multi-classes.
That'd be dope,
Red
dude.
Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll run that.
That would be so.
I mean, heck, you can.
Please.
I just mean I get to play it.
That would
All right,
be
cool.
so
Well, I'm gonna kill the recording. So everybody say goodbye to that.
fire cool.
Goodbye.
Dude.